Good day, I'm Frank Persico, and in today's video I'm going to go over 4 items that I think can help you in strumming on the acoustic guitar. Okay, I find that a lot of students, particularly beginners, have frustration when it comes to strumming. And I think part of it is because strumming is supposed to be kind of a free form, feel kind of thing, a rhythmic thing. And sometimes it's hard to teach strumming, or it's hard to learn strumming because it's not something that's black and white, okay? Like when you tell a student, down, 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 up, they're thinking very mechanically about down, down, and they're not thinking fluidly, rhythmically, and it can become frustrating for students to learn how to strum. I know I had issues with learning how to strum until finally you get the feel for it, and then it's like the training wheels kind of come off the bicycle, and now you're free to strum with variation and strum with flexibility and have it feel good, right? That's what we're after here. We're here to try to not have to think so much, right? Want to be able to have a feel and strum the acoustic guitar along with it. That's one of the great things about the acoustic guitar. It's one of the things that draws us to playing the acoustic guitar, is that strummed feel and sound. Okay, so I broke it down into 4 tips that I think will help you. Now there's more, and there's little intricacies to every one of these as well, and perhaps I'll do another video about this subject in the future. But I think if you just kind of start with these 4, you'll be on your way to improving your strumming, and the doors will start to open for you, and you may discover other things on your own. Okay? First thing that I think will help you with your strumming is to use a light pick. Okay? If you find your strumming sounds kind of harsh, a lot of that comes down to the thickness of the pick. Now, you can use a thick pick and adjust your touch for your strumming. Nothing that I say here is to be taken as gospel or written in stone. This is an instrument, and there's many ways to approach it. But in general, a thinner pick, like for example, this is a 0.5 millimeter pick. I don't know if the camera will focus on it up close. Probably won't. Maybe if I cover my face, it will. There we go. Okay, and it will give you a nice give. Okay, it'll make the strumming sound sweeter, in my opinion. 0.5 millimeter pick or 0.6 millimeter pick. Okay. Light pick. Because what happens is the pick gives way to the string. So even if you tend to dig in a little bit, the pick is going to move out of the way and give you a nice, balanced, compressed strum sound. Where if I have a heavier pick, now granted this pick is still rather light, but and I dig in, the pick will not give as much, and you'll get a little bit more harshness and hardness out of the strings. Now, if that's what you want, that's cool, but in general, I think for a strummed acoustic sound, the lighter pick is beneficial. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is kind of related, and all of these items are related in one way, shape, or form, right? Because we have to put everything together when we make music and when we play guitar. So we can't take anything in a vacuum. Tip number 2 is about keeping your wrist relaxed and not just strumming with your arm, but allowing your forearm obviously to move as it needs to, but to facilitate the movement of the wrist. So kind of a loose wrist. So I'm just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And see how my arm is moving, because it's not just the wrist, or it would look like this. We don't strum with just the wrist. Okay? I'd find that would put way too much tension on the wrist and just not really natural or comfortable. So the arm moves, but the wrist is kind of allowed to just kind of not be too tense. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. See what this looks like? Right? Okay. Relax the wrist. Use a nice combination of the forearm and a relaxed wrist. Notice that the crease of my elbow is up here, so that the forearm, notice where my pick is. Now, yeah, you can get different sounds, pick it back here, pick it up here, but in general, the default position, relaxed shoulders, crook of the arm resting on the hump over here. Right? You got this. Number 4, and this is the most important part of all. This is what's going to give you the ability to feel free. This is what's going to get you to the land of milk and honey as an acoustic strummer. And this is to remember that no matter what the strum pattern is, the wrist and the arm, the movement is up and down. Okay? So let's say I'm doing a down, 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 up stroke, right? A down, 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 up pattern. Well, in the beginning, I remember when I was learning this, I was like, well, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. But this is always going 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down, down. It's down, up all the time. It's where we choose to make the connection. Right? So I can go down, down, down. I'm only saying the word down because that's where I'm hitting the strings. But the right arm is always down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See? Down, 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 down. The arm and the wrist has to go up and down. How could I initiate another down if I don't come up first? And vice versa. How do I initiate an up if I wasn't down? So if you constantly think, you can mute the strings and just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Make it up. You can do whatever you want. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's see how that sounds strummed. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can do any combination you want once you get the idea that it's always an up and down, right? A one and an and, just like when you learn to count. When you learn to count music, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and you can switch it up however you want. Get that flexibility and you can play with the strum however you choose. Once you realize that you are just keeping time with that right hand down, and you're creating a feel. Okay? The 4th item, and this is not written in stone either, is watch the angle of the pick. You know, you kind of want the pick to fall across the strings as straight as possible. Right? You don't want to be on a weird angle or anything like that. Straight up and down. Right? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. However you feel like strumming. Up, down, up, right? Let's say it's something in 3, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, down, up, down, 1. It's always up and down. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm changing up the strum as far as where I'm striking the strings, but the feel will never change because it's in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Knowing that that is what strumming really is at its core, is just a down-up motion. You can practice strumming on anything. You can practice on your shirt. It doesn't matter. It's really the idea of the percussiveness of it or the rhythmic element of it. Okay? We're assuming here you know how to move chords, right? That could be another lesson. But for just the feel of strumming, down, up, up, wherever you want to put the accent. You could match the accent to the music you're playing. If you're playing along with the record, find the strum that fits with the song. If you hear the song, you don't have a guitar with you, just start getting that hand moving in time with the song. And then you can start making rhythmic ideas with your strum. You don't need a guitar to do it. Okay? It's a feel thing. I'm Frank Persico. Feel free to leave comments if you'd like. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this mini lesson on acoustic guitar strumming, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.